because it's going to boost that feeling of self-efficacy, and it's going to make a lot of those big goals that you're trying to achieve, it's going to make them seem way more achievable. Welcome back, and today we're going to talk about what you can do to boost or raise your sense of self-efficacy, which in past videos I've said that sense of self-efficacy is that sense that you're able to affect the environment or the world around you. And so the way to do that is so simple and really kind of intuitive, because the times that you feel the highest sense of self-efficacy is when you're doing something that you've mastered, or doing something that you know that you can at will perform at a near perfect level, right? So just think back. So what you're going to, essentially all you need to do is think back to all the times that you've done something so well that when people notice it, they said, wow, you nailed it, you crushed it, or you killed it. And capture those times. Write that down on a piece of paper, or record it, just speak it into a voice recorder or video yourself, whatever you need to do. Just make sure you write down those times. You know, the first one, like I said, when you nailed it, crushed it. The second thing will be when you have done something that you got so caught up in that time disappeared, and before you knew it, you just looked up and hours went by because you just got so engrossed and so engulfed in that activity. So that's another clue that's an area that you're operating in, an area that you really have some mastery in. Another thing is when people ask you about certain skills or talents that you have, and they constantly ask you, how did you do that? Or how do you do that? How do you do what you do? So it may take a little bit of thought, because these are things that you do so well, it's like second nature to you. You don't even have to think about it anymore. And you may have forgotten that these are actually areas of strength, areas of mastery. So the next key is, once you identify these things, is to just do them as much as possible so you can experience that feeling as often as possible. The more time you spend doing things that you have that sense of mastery in, the more you're going to regularly feel that sense that you can take on any challenge, even if it's something you're not as proficient. So because we know that if you have big goals in life, you're going to have to learn new things. You're going to have to face new challenges. I mean, after all, if you want to have something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. So we've probably heard that, and you probably know that. But the mistake that a lot of people make is they spend all their time, they shift too much of their focus trying to learn these new skills and pursue these big goals and these new goals, till they completely push to the side their areas of mastery, because after all, they figure, you know what, I've already mastered that. I don't really need to spend any more time doing that. I need to focus. The more time I can focus on learning these new skills, then the better. But what happens is there's a law of diminishing returns, because the more time you spend in trying to acquire these new skills, the more time you're going to spend having a feeling of inadequacy, doubt, of incompetence, because that's how you feel when you begin to learn new skills. So the key here is to strike that balance and to continue to do your pursuits of the new skills that you need to pursue, but spend a good, healthy amount of time doing things that you've mastered and finding ways to work that into your overall pursuit. How can you use your mastery and your skills to reach your goals? There's got to be some way that you can find to use your core and biggest strengths to get you closer to the goal that you want to achieve in the first place. So that's the topic of this video, and so in summary, just dig in, get in touch with what you do well, and make sure you always work into your daily and weekly schedule doing those things that you've mastered, because it's going to boost that feeling of self-efficacy, and it's going to make a lot of those big goals that you're trying to achieve, it's going to make them seem way more achievable, and you're going to have that feeling that you can take on the world. Thanks for watching. And if you liked this video, head on over to unlockyourbeast.com right now for even more content to dive deeper into the topic of unlocking your inner beast and reaching your highest potential. Once again, that's unlockyourbeast.com. See you there.